within minutes, she just walks away and doesn't engage in conversation with me.
I know that when Bryce and I had our disagreement after his outburst, Athena came in to mediate, and Bryce was somewhere outside.
I mean, he's a grown adult. What do you need a mediator for?
Well, because I know he came to the creamery like earlier that Sunday. Because who goes to Muscle Beach in like a full suit, right? But then he left and he didn't say anything. It's like, was he just making sure I was there? And then a couple hours later, like him and Athena come back. She's like how he was really torn up about it, and he felt like I wouldn't want to talk to him, so he's just been like keeping his distance.
Has he apologized for his outburst to do with what happened the other day?
Yeah, Athena explained it. She said a lot of people were getting like really snappy with him and telling him how to do his job. So when he felt like I was doing that too, that's why he yelled at me.
That's not what I asked, Kelly. Has he apologized
Yeah, he apologized like same day.
through Athena or actually face to face?
He did it himself, but he didn't have the context that Athena provided. He just said, I had an outburst. I'm sorry. It was wrong. And this time he personalized it because the first time he did it, he just really said, like, sorry for my outburst and then walked outside. Like,
Well,
that's
I
a
sort
very
of bit his
weak
nose off
apology.
during a meeting with the mayor yesterday because of it. So
You what?
I bit his nose off yesterday in a meeting with the mayor and the deputy mayor about it. See, you're causing me to lose my cool, Miss Lowry.
I told you not to.
I know you told me not to, but it's personal now, isn't it? You'll be able to answer this question for me. The security team that are going to be protecting the mayor. I've noticed there was an Italian gentleman here the other day wearing a gun, which I asked the mayor that it's not a good idea. We're a concealed carry state, so if you could not wear his gun,
Joey
and then
Fiero.
and then Alfredo was obviously brought in. Are they being brought in as employees or as private hires in regards to?
Employees.
Okay, but like Mr. Wilder, for example, our good friend Mr. Wilder, he
Not
has a
hired.
security firm. So are they just being bringing in? Are they being brought in as individuals? They're not being. They're not doing it through their own contract.
I'm not sure how Cades would have gone. I wasn't in on that meeting.
Okay.
Um, but for Alfredo and Joey, they were hired under the mayor's office. They would have been paid government paychecks.
Okay. Um, as the mayor mentioned in regards to the uh,
He had a meeting with the SBA. He went to open hours. He spoke about a lot of things.
okay. Have you seen this executive order, Kelly? Were you part of that conversation?
Hmm?
Were you part of this executive order in regards to, was it discussed with you or?
I have not seen the final draft. I saw the beginning one where he was asking for like a lot more like bandages, Advil, first aid kits, And then I supplied him a list of what can be provided at the pharmacy, and then he changed it and simplified it, I think, to just first aid kits. And so that it
Okay.
stays within the walls of like City Hall. He wanted it for all government institutions. So it sounds like he really like toned it down and like focused it in.
I've got a question off the record, Kelly, between you and I,
Why do you even need to say that?
because we're sitting in my office, so I just need to make you aware that this is not a official conversation.
And we
I
were standing by the mailbox. It's not like I mailed Alfredo, hey, I know what you did.
Okay. You don't know what he did. I've spoken hypotheticals with Alfredo.
You're a very candid person. You don't use hypotheticals.
So hypothetically,
Oh
then,
my.
hypothetically, if I was speaking to the mayor yesterday in a private setting and may have made him aware that within his purview of mayor, he would be within his rights to ban the sheriff's department from the city of Los Santos and set up his own police department. He was, I think, excited about the prospect.
LSPD did come up.
And initially, his first thought was, "Oh no, I wouldn't want to do anything like that. I wouldn't want to." But after our conversation, just before he left, he sort of turned back and asked more details about it, like it was something that he would be willing to do. Did he make reference to the fact that he would?
The mayor can appoint lifeguard, fire, and LSPD at will.
I told
That's
him
what
that.
we clarified in the meeting.
Okay.
And he also confirmed it with the SBA. So he can establish those branches at any time.
Does it?
No, well, the governor, because the
Oh,
governor and the lieutenant governor, they're the heads of the SBA. So when he went down to take advantage of open hours, he was speaking about like any mayoral questions that have come up that he's unsure of.
Right. Okay. I feel like I've planted a seed that may grow faster than it needs to.
No. He said
Okay.
maybe LSPD, that's like far off. Same for LSFD. There's right now not enough deputies to go around. So splitting makes no sense.
But he's probably going to use that ability to set up his lifeguards sooner rather than later.
Yep, we're hoping to have a lifeguard before this next town hall.
Okay. Okay. I've got a problem with the liability on this document.
I thought he said he covered that.
Compliance and reporting. The office of the mayor shall oversee compliance with the order throughout regular inspections. The head of security shall submit a monthly compliance report verifying that all security personnel maintain valid first aid certification and that first aid kits are stocked and accessible. Any failure to comply with these requirements shall result in corrective actions, including potential employment termination for non-compliant security personnel. So, here's my issue with it. There is no appeal process or exemptions for employees who potentially can't obtain the certification.
Why would they not be able to?
Medical constraints? What if they're not able to get down on their knees and provide first aid? Or I just think there has to be something in place for them to be temporarily exempt from being able to complete it.
Well,
Uh,
if there's like how you're injured and you can't do it right now, then yeah, they'd understand that. But they want all security to be first aid trained, and Pillbox even said that they're gonna start hosting weekly sessions.
yeah, Pillbox said that with the sheriff's department, and they did it once and then not did it again. So I wouldn't allow that to hold much water. Um, okay. I mean, the executive order itself is enforceable. Um, it's fine. I just think it could be tweaked a little bit, but I really don't want to keep going back to him with it and saying you should put this in because
Well, that's why he sent it to you. He wants your critique. That's the point.
no, but I don't want to come across as overly critical, Kelly. I've already been pretty critical of his main decision that he's made, and I'm pretty sure by Mr. Maxwell's response to me the last 24 hours, he is well aware of the conversation that I had with the mayor. I'm pretty sure the mayor has informed Mr. Maxwell of my um, issues with his employment, and I believe Mr. Maxwell has taken it very, very
Personally?
personally. Whereas I made my feelings in regards to Mr. Maxwell personally, I made that very aware. My issues purely came from a professional point of view, not a personal point of view. But I don't believe that that message has been portrayed across based on the way that Mr. Maxwell has been with me the last 24 to 48 hours. I was pretty frank with the mayor, but I was also frank in regards to I enjoy Mr. Maxwell's company out with a professional setting, and this is not a personal dig at Mr. Maxwell. It's a professional concern, not only as AG, but also as a citizen of Los Santos. As a voter, I would have been remiss of myself not to explain my feelings whilst I have the mayor's ear. Um,
I have a question. How do you not take your friend saying, yeah, you suck at your job, not personally? That's almost as bad as
that's
when Bryce, like, insulted my intelligence. Like, even if you're saying it, like, as a lawyer, you should know this stuff and I shouldn't because I'm not a lawyer, it doesn't matter if it's about jobs. Like, I feel that was very personal.
okay. The point of view that I was putting across to the mayor was that I had serious concerns regarding conflict of interest. I had serious concerns regarding his previous knowledge of criminal goings ons, his previous relationships with criminals within Los Santos. That has nothing to do with his personal ability. That's all to do with what he has done as a public defender. It leaves him open to a lot of trouble. Um, yes, I did mention that his track record as public defender raises concerns because his ability to execute responsibilities has proved to be minimal. Um, and if he was ineffective with his legal duties, it stands to reason that he may also struggle in a administrative role as deputy mayor. I believe he needs his hand held and he needs mollycoddled, and the Chief Justice was doing that for him. It's whether or not the mayor can give him the time to do that. But when I asked the mayor the question in regards to if you were to be hit by a bus tomorrow, would you be fully comfortable with Mr. Maxwell being mayor? And Mr. Monroe laughed and said, absolutely not. Like, that is his job as deputy mayor. What Mr. Mayor went on to describe as what he wanted from Mr. Maxwell was the job of an aide or a PA. That's not the role of deputy mayor. But yeah, he's in that position.
I mean, he also writes bills, so he's getting the permits and the business licensing because according To the mayor, his conversation with the governor, all businesses are operating illegally. They handed us the keys, we signed the lease, but apparently we are not legal to operate, which is not what we were told. So everyone who's been
Well,
advertising, that looks really bad.
but that's not the liability of the business owner when there's never been a business license available for business owners to get. So that's all good that they're going to now enforce that, but they cannot punish something that
Retroactively punish people for being open when there was
when
no proper licensing available.
exactly. Because when you would sign a lease agreement, within that lease agreement, it would have a section that states you must approve your own business license or liquor license, or I don't know if they back home in the UK they have music licenses if you're going to play music out in public, and but that would all be laid out in the lease agreement. And if it wasn't in the lease agreement, that business owner is then not breaking any rules. Any businesses going forward, that lease agreement would have to be amended in order to say you would only be allowed to open up once you have achieved all of your licenses.
Well, then I don't think that's in a lease agreement. I can check.
But again, I go back to if all Mr. Maxwell is doing is being a yes man to the mayor and writing bills for him, he could have been his chief aide, or he could have been employed as his legal advisor and done those roles. He did not need the position of deputy mayor because, again, God forbid something happens to the mayor, the deputy mayor has to step in. That is my concern. And that was made very apparent to the mayor, and perhaps I need to sit down with the mayor and the deputy mayor, have them both in the room so it is very clear where my concerns came from, that it wasn't personal, it was strictly professional and well within my remit as AG to be concerned about the legality issues surrounding this appointment. And whilst it affected me personally, and unfortunately you caught the brunt of that, which I apologise for, people need to realise that my concern was nothing to do with Mr. Maxwell. If Mr. Roach had got the position, it would have been the exact same conversation. If Miss Chaser had got the position, it would have been the exact same conversation.
So it would have
It's
been the
actually
same conversation for anyone in this building. That's what I'm hearing.
Well, any public defender. I don't believe public defenders should move straight into politics and then expect us to go back to public defending after. I've spoke to Ivan. Ivan is not happy.
Because he
And
lost his lawyer.
he lost his lawyer. He lost the case that's currently going on. As far as he's aware, he's not aware that Mr. Roach will be proceeding with it, but he's been left in the dark. Not for the first time.
Oh. I didn't even think about that. A lot of, like, even though Bryce will go back to public defending, he might have burned a lot of bridges.
And bridges of people that you probably don't want to burn. It's all good burning bridges with, I don't know, law-abiding citizens, but when you burn bridges of non-law-abiding citizens, their reaction may be slightly different. I need to go down to Rollerball and get some lunch. Burger shop open?
Yeah, it's usually open in the mornings.
Oh, want to go to the burger shop?
More walking.
More walking than driving. In fact, to be honest, based on my rumbling stomach, it may be more of a brisk walk to the car, and then no traffic lights being stopped at. Burger shop better be open.
Well, I can't run, so.
Well, either can I, but
Oh, and I think the janitor swiped whatever you left on my desk. I only saw a letter.
what?
Yeah, I only saw a letter.
You didn't have the what?
That's all I saw when I got out of the meeting.
Ah. Okay.
Oh, and Alfredo hears a lot of gossip. I assume he saw the letter that you left on my desk, but no. Apparently, he just asked, like, so you're dating Dan? I'm like, who have you talked to? He wouldn't say. I was like, did you go into my office? Did you read what's on my desk? And I couldn't chase after him because of my ankle.
Ah, news travels fast, Kelly. Not as fast as gossip, though.
It's also Gigi and Walker. They're dating.
Gretchen's moved on already?
Thank you.
Wow. She's not hang around. Gretchen Walker and Deputy Walker are dating. Oh, that's an easy marriage.
Wait, wait. I forgot the term. Oh my god.
Well, saves changing their name.
I wasn't even thinking about that. Oh my god.
Oh.
He's starving like really bad.
Did you see the new line from Bulimic? Talk about barf.
See me at the club tomorrow.
That is one.
Would you like to low ride or not?
This is the car that had the $sign wheels?
This is it.
Oh my god, it looks so different.
Made the best of a bad situation. Also put my plates on it, so good luck pulling me over. Put the sunroofs on as well.
See, so you didn't make such a bad purchase.
Not bad for $4,000.
You shouldn't impulsively just spend $4,000 either, though. It's like really bad.
Well, it's not like I just leave money lying around for the janitor to pick up, is it? Oh no, wait, I did. Oh,
Yeah, you should work on that. I'm catching so many headaches.
yeah, good, thank you. Can I please just grab a burger real quick, and then I'll then order some more after. But
Speedy Burger, there's a fish sandwich on the tray just there.
oh god,
You
Oh,
got
Jesus.
fish sandwiches in?
Oh yes, limited time only.
I want
Um,
one.
Okay, can I get another fish sandwich, please? And then can I order 3 heart stop combos, please?
Oh, certainly. I'll get the hard stopper combo on the way.
Thank you. Oh,
Fish sandwiches are new. Whenever
What
I
was
come
that?
here, the man, Lloyd, he gives me fish. He gives me like the actual fish. And he wants to stick it in my ice cream.
no.
It's
Fish ice
so
cream.
gross. He's talking about like fish cones where you cut off the head and then you put the ice cream in it like a cone. Just like gag me with a spoon. I'll be out of business before the month's out.
I'm not really a big fan of fish, to be fair, but I had to eat that because I was starving.
I love it.
Here we are. What drink would you like?
Oh, what are my options? Where's the menu?
Sprunk Cola.
Oh, cola, please. Sprunks for criminals.
Really? I've never heard
So-
that.
So I'm led to believe.
That must make me a criminal.
A big fan of Sprunk, are you? Not for me. Not for me, the old Sprunk.
Just pop that through the old here.
Yeah, of course.
$24 and stamp when you're ready.
There you
Food's on
go.
the tray.
Thank you very
Very
much.
much.
Fantastic. There's a tip for you as well, sir.
Oh, thank you very much.
Jerry, have you been getting our mail from City Hall about like the catering and the career fair?
I got one about catering and one about the career fair.
Okay, the time was updated for the career fair. It's 7
Oh,
to
yes,
9
oh,
p.m.
yes.
Eastern about the after the town hall.
Yeah, I was chatting to Priya this morning. I think, yeah, I think she said that she could make that.
There was another event that's going on. So,
Ooh, another
yeah.
one?
The Eastern time confusion, it worked out, I guess, in our favor. So we were able to move ours to not interfere.
Ooh. I did hear that there was a bit of a muddle with the times, but then City Hall sent out four letters.
Yeah. I was like, I guess it works out. I'll move mine. It's fine. I didn't put a time zone, so.
It's all good. Hopefully some people get some people hired on and such.
I'm hoping so. Because I didn't know where I wanted to host the career fair, but then once the mayor started talking about the mall, I'm just like, oh my god, it's got a burger shot storefront, and then next to it's like, that could be the creameries, and then have all the shops
Ooh.
upstairs occupied by all the different businesses. This is gonna be so cool.
It'd be such a fun idea. I bumped into the mayor a couple of times. He was in here yesterday. He was chatting about the old the mall down there.
He really wants to revitalize it and bring some life back into it.
Oh, he really does.
Did you pass me my fish sandwich?
No, I didn't get the fish sandwich.
Oh, my bad. Let me pop that in the tray for you.
Just opened up the box.
Here we go. Fish sandwich right there.
Thank you.
Oh, you're most welcome.
Kelly,
I'm not doing anything.
take this off me. I don't want it anymore.
Yeah, so much so that you paid for it. You didn't even care it wasn't in the box.
Oh, I didn't
Go with
open the
the fish
box.
sandwich.
I trusted this. Trusted him that everything would be in the box. I didn't open the box. And I opened it and there's no fish sandwich.
Maybe he was separating the bags for you.
Anyway, good thing. Don't want a beefy fish or a fishy beef. Ugh.
See, you didn't want to get fish on your meat.
Oh God. I don't feel well enough for this conversation.
That was very considerate of you, Jerry.
No fishy beef round here.
Oh, and I'll need
What's
more
worse?
bleeders for Sunday. So just
Oh
give me
Lord.
What? It went
Nothing.
really. I sold 16, so I want to order 20.
Nothing worse than
we
a
can do that.
busy bleeder day.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Imagine if you didn't have it available. People come by like, what happened to the PMS bleeder combos? Yeah, we just discontinued it. No, it was popular. We're gonna keep it going.
The what? The what bleeder combo?
Come for the PMS, stay for the bleeder.
Oh, PMS. Okay, I thought you said something else. That's
And that
actually
would hurt.
fine. Oh man. Well, I suppose. Jerry, how's it going here? All good?
Oh yes, all good, all good. Seen a few people today. I was out and about. I went down to the sheriff's office. Dropped off a little bit of food down there.
Okay. How's Priya getting on, Jerry?
Very, very well. I put her up to business manager earlier.
Fantastic.
She's
Good to
around
see
when she's around when I'm not around, you know, in the Eastern Stars. So good to have someone that get people on the books.
Yes, and
Amazing.
get some hungry people some food.
Exactly. She's young. She's cool. Like me, old man Jerry. So she knows the people. Knows the area very well.
You're only as young as you feel, Jerry. How
Oh,
young
that's
do you
true.
feel?
Not the bloody clue. I don't know. I kind of got to 33 and it all stopped from there.
I can feel that.
Okay, so life ends after 33. Got it.
I've got a few years left in life, Kelly. What will I do with it?
I mean, how old? You said you're as old as you feel. How old are you feeling after the parachute incident?
Only as young as I feel. I feel young and invigorated. But yes, I think the parachute incident may have added a few years on, but
Oh dear.
I don't remember it. So I do remember having a great time jet skiing though.
Ooh.
But yeah,
Yeah, this is why you should
Thankfully,
let
I
voters
was-
out of City Hall unsupervised.
thankfully I was wearing full protective gear, helmet, goggles, the whole shebang. So I think I would have died if it wasn't for the protective gear. People that go parachuting in their denim jeans are wild animals.
Absolutely crazy.
It's the same as like Mr. Roach and I used to go. We went fishing once or twice, and we turned up at a fishing place, and people were just like, we weren't wearing cork hats or any sort of cargo pants to put all their bait in. They were just dressed in normal clothes.
You gotta make sure you look the part.
It's not only that; it's functional having that cargo pants on when you're fishing or your tackle. You need to keep your tackle somewhere, right?
Exactly. Gotta keep your tackle under wraps.
Exactly. And then when you pull out your massive rod, it doesn't look as weird.
Exactly.
Look at him. He just expanded his casual wardrobe. Now he's critiquing other people's outfits.
And I don't think, Kelly, for the first time in our relationship, I don't think you're in a position to discuss wearing the same outfit 2 days in a row.
Oh no, this is the end of my day.
Hmm.
My day
Maybe
starts
this-
when I see you in the afternoon. So,
You
Huh?
mean the evening?
not for me.
Wow.
So yeah, it's
Okay.
still same day. This is when I mail out my letters before
I mean,
go
to be fair,
home.
Kelly, I've seen you. I've spent a lot of time with you, and I've seen you have about 17 outfit changes in one day before. So, forgive me.
Well, I have long days and a bad ankle. Forgive me.
Well, I've got a bad body right now. Oh. But I appreciate the food, Jerry.
Oh, you're very, very welcome. If you're around on this coming Friday, I've put in at very weird times, but we're having a little 70s thing.
No, I remember the 70s, my heyday.
You can relive your heyday.
Mm.
Maybe one day should do like even like a 50s or 60s day. Relive my heyday.
I would enjoy that.
I was still a kid then.
I mean, I don't remember the 50s, but I think I could dress up as I don't know. Gangsters were pretty big in the 50s. Maybe I should be a gangster.
Ooh.
Like black pinstriped suit.
Oh, how I miss mine.
Bowler hat.
All ideas to hold on to.
Hmm. Indeed. Okay, let's get back to City Hall. Jerry, thank you very much.
Oh, you're very, very welcome. You enjoy that.
Thank you.
Enjoy your ship.
See you soon now. Take care.
Oh Lord.
Your key's not working. Imagine trying to call me out on fashion.
I know. Well, it's not often that I get the opportunity, Kelly, so I had to try and take it while I could. Would you like to go anywhere before going back to work? Excuse me, it's a green light.
Go where?
Would you like to go anywhere before going back to work?
Oh, no.
Okay. Just don't
He
understand.
likes his car.
Just don't understand.
Seems like
Oh.
you understand.
Yeah, but I just don't understand the purpose. I would maybe understand if I could do like just the front ones, and then I could maybe bump up a curb or something, or just not sure why. Oh, I'm not sure why I would need both unless it was a drive-through movie. Oh goodness! Oh goodness!
Did you hit a pothole?
Oh, oh goodness! Some airtime.
Well, at least you know this thing will be fun in car shows.
The gentleman that did the respray and stuff was telling me that I need to go in one day and spend about 30 minutes looking through their catalog because this vehicle is highly customizable. But I just didn't have the time. I didn't have the time because I was due to interview the sheriff, but then he never turned up. So it turns out I could have had time to do it, but ex-sheriff.
Well, I mean, you can do it today. You can take a day off.
I could, but I only usually come on shift for a couple hours at this time and then go back to the apartment and cook some dinner and stuff and then wake back up later, back on shift.
I never see you this time of morning.
I usually do all my work in my office.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
this is my paperwork time, you know?
This is my mail people hour.
Yeah, exactly. So I sneak up by an exit into my office and get everything done that I need to get done and then nip back to my apartment. Do not fall asleep in my apartment though. That is
No, you should. You should enjoy your cozy bed.
well, I can't, can I? Because God knows where I'd wake up. For that last prank that somebody played on me. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what to do, Kelly.
You know what you want to do. You want to keep sleeping under your desk.
No, it's not what I mean. What will I do, Mr. Maxwell?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, after what we spoke about in my office, should I sit down with him and the mayor and clear the air, or should I just let it play out as it is?
I mean, it sounds like you want to clear up your criticism.
Just want him to understand that it wasn't. I know you can see elements of personal, but it wasn't personal towards him as a person. It was personable to him as a lawyer. Like he's just finished law school like 3.5 minutes ago. Kelly, it's not. I just think he's moving too quickly for his own career. I think that's gonna. Can you imagine, right? In 6 weeks' time, that God forbid Ivan Volkov gets arrested, and Mr. Maxwell appears as his public defender in the cells. That's not going to help. Any of his clients that he's worked with over the last few weeks, especially to do with this case, they're not going to want him to represent them anymore. This is going to really harm his legal career. I think he needs to understand that that's where I'm coming from, because I've got a lot of time for the guy away from work. I've just got no time for him in a professional capacity.
See, I think that's what Bryce and I's argument was about. He was upset because a lot of people were taking shots at him and he just took it all out on me. So if you're concerned about his legal career, that's why you're giving these critiques, then you should say that. That's where this is coming from. And apologize, like, if he felt offended. Because it sounds like he did. Oh my god.
What?
This party, it's at, based on the way I set my alarm, it's at 3 in the morning.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, the 70s theme party. You're not going, are you?
When is it?
Friday at 3 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m.
3.
GMT.
I can roll myself out of attending a party at that time.
I mean, those are club hours.
I feel that's a party that's just going to go down under very well, but that's about it. I mean, that's usually when I'm getting home, not going out. Oh, when I was younger, not anymore.
Oh no,
Too
you
old.
leave the office hours before that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to go and draft a reply to the mayor and try and be more. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't want to be critical all the time. I think I realised waking up in Polito last night that maybe I should be more. Have a softer approach.
If only someone told you that before you went into that meeting.
I thought, to be honest, I thought I did, but I don't think my trouble that I'm having, Kayla, is I don't believe that's been relayed in the same manner that it was given.
Just
Because if
pretend
you,
like you're talking to me when you're talking to them.
I'm not sure that would be appropriate, but I'm not sure that would be appropriate at all, Kelly.
No estás tanto.
No, 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 no. How
What?
would I ever get any work done? I wouldn't get any work done. But yeah, like I'm a massive believer in context, and if you take the words that I said out with context, it sounds brutal. But I need to provide context because, I mean, I'm pretty good at reading a room, I believe, Kelly, and he's definitely told Athena that the things that I've said, and now she doesn't even talk to me. So, not that I need to interact with Athena very much.
It
It's not my.
sounds like a good time to spend time outside of City Hall when you're not being the AG.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we can
Well,
bring
hopefully.
Bryce and Athena and Gigi and Walker.
What are Bryce and Athena dating?
No, Athena's dating Brooks, who has not been seen in a couple days.
Oh,
Like,
is he okay?
I don't know. I think this early morning training is like really getting to him.
Oh, okay. Oh, I mean, if you want to arrange that, I would happily. I mean, maybe not happily, but I would certainly, I would certainly come along to spend time with you. But that does not count as the date that you're arranging for us. That is out with that date.
And what about you?
Okay. What about me?
You with Bryce.
What about us?
¿Puedes tener una conversación con Bryce?
Will I still have the conversation with the mayor and him?
No.
Oh,
Are
I
you
think
able to?
am I able to what? Hang around with Bryce?
C'est amable.
Oh my goodness, I don't know what you're saying. I will, in my letter back to the mayor, I will ask for a sit down this evening with the mayor and the deputy mayor for clarity on my issues. I will lay it all out, and then it's in Mr. Maxwell's hands of how he then wants to progress. I also need to do all the. I mean, I say I need to do all the discovery for Mr. Roach. I need to send him one document, and then he will probably shut down the case. But we shall see. And then I'll go back to my apartment and some dinner and stuff. And then
No,
I
you're
will-
gonna do more AG stuff. You're gonna offer a better deal to your witness.
What witness?
the witness in my case.
Well, see, the trouble that I'm going to have with this, Kelly, is that Mr. Maxwell has stated under no uncertain terms am I allowed to approach his client without him being present, and now I don't know what's going on. So I've not been told, I've not been advised.
Can he dictate that, or can the client? Because it's like it's.
Well, the client could come and see me off their own back, but I've been told my most recent, and Bryce is handing off all of his cases to other people, so I don't know what's going on with that. Again, the knock-on effect of what Mr. Maxwell has done may stop a murder conviction. It's incredibly selfish and incredibly self-deprecating.
Okay, so if I bring them here to talk to you, they can talk to you.
Mhm. They have their own right. If they tell me that they no longer have counsel, then we can move it forward. But I don't know if they've been told of the offer that I made them. I made them a pretty good offer, Kelly.
They don't like
One
you,
that- Who doesn't like me?
the witness.
They don't like me.
Yes. They think you're only out for yourself, and once you play that tape in court, they're literally gonna die. Or their
But that's
family
not
members.
that's not the offer that I've made, Kelly. So
That's
whatever
what
they've
I was told, and witness protection is only up until trial. After that, they're back out on the streets for anyone to do whatever.
my office only has reached so far, Kelly, but I will do everything in my power to protect them up until that stage. But eventually, I can't then protect them as AG. However, what it sounds like is they've been misadvised again by counsel in regards to what I can offer them. I was speaking to the witness here a couple of days ago, and it was very pleasant. We were having a laugh and a joke, and then Mr. Maxwell turned up and was like, "I'm not sure you should be speaking, so I'm going to take my client away." So I don't know what is being relayed to this witness, but it sounds like
No witness protection, and you can't you can use a transcript. It's just like as long as you have the words, you have them saying the confession. That's what really matters.
Kelly,
If other people hear their voice, it's not just those
I
guys
didn't-
that'll be after them.
I did not say that we had to play the recording. I did not say we wouldn't use a transcript.
They're under that belief. That is what I
And
was told.
and why do you think they're under that belief?
Okay, see, I don't understand because my mom does public defense work. So why are you only talking to Bryce and then she gets it's telephone? Why is she not in the room with her attorney?
Exactly.
Unless she has explicitly stated there's like a hostile relationship and from now on you only speak through the attorney. Like she's supposed
No.
to be telling the attorney her terms. This is how she wants it to go, and he's supposed to be there to make sure all of her wishes are being respected. Not step in
Correct.
and stand on her side of the table and make all the decisions on her behalf and then come back to her with the deal.
And when I spoke to Mr. Maxwell last, I left it with, next time we sit down, I would like your client to be in the room so we can all discuss it as a group. And his response was he stormed out saying that he can deal with everything on her behalf, their behalf.
Okay, now we see. Isn't that kind of like what you threw a hissy fit when Bryce was deputy mayor and then you threatened not to work anymore?
I didn't threaten to work to anybody apart from you. I just wanted to spend 5 weeks lying on a couch with you, Kelly, to be honest, but
Oh my.
I'm not sure I would say that to anybody else. 5 weeks locked inside an apartment with you doesn't sound like the worst 5 weeks ever spent.
You have to get out and talk to people.
I
are out
don't
here
like
thinking,
people.
No. See, people are out here thinking that you're the worst, and you're not.
Well, I can't be the worst, can I?
Like, there's events. Why don't you come to pre-skate
know-
competition?
You know why I don't like events, Kelly?
Well, like, stand further in the back. I'm gonna be selling ice cream.
Just stand
Maybe
in the back
you can
and
sit
just...
in the car and just like watch the tournament. At least you're there.
No,
People see you part of the community.
doesn't sound creepy at all. Just sitting there watching people.
Yeah, watching the skate tournament from an area where you feel safe. Like if there's too many people, some people are shyer like that. You don't want to be in like the huge crowd, but you still want to be part of the group.
If you have access to said witness, please get them to reach out to me at their earliest convenience.
Yes, I have their PO and I can write them.
And if you want me to go to more social events, then
Yes.
as long as I have
so
company,
you're
I
going
will
to
go to social
skating,
events.
you're going to Gigi's, and you're going to the career fair.
Okay, I'll go to the career fair because I want to be there as a, I want to be there to recruit people.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want me to go to social events, then all you need to do is ask, and as long as I've got somebody to go with, I will go to social events. As long as it doesn't go into the wee hours.
I was gonna say, do you want to go to the disco party?
What, a burger shop?
Yeah.
No, I 100% do not.
Aw.
Feels like a terrible idea. Maybe in the future that time could be doable, but circumstances right now would not allow that. Okay, let me go and
But do you know who their? I don't know if I'm supposed to know who the witness is, so I'm like, who's their attorney? I can just ask them, right? Like, I'm sure they've gotten a letter if he had to reassign his clients.
well, I would like to think so.
Okay, so ask them who their attorney is, and then tell them to bring that attorney. You guys are gonna have a meeting all together. That's how it should have happened.
Unless they do not want representation and they're happy to deal directly with me, then they do not need representation. I am not an animal, I'm not a monster. I want full protective things put in place for the witness, but my office only has so much reach.
I was attacked over the wrong definition. Do you really think that her family would not be safe? Like,
Look, again, my reach only goes so far, Kelly. I will do everything within my abilities, but I don't know what else I can do apart from that. I can offer them protection up until conviction, from when it is put in place to that date. They can be under protection.
are they like under
I
surveillance
can
like a week after or something? Just to make sure
can
nobody's following them or nothing weird's happening?
I agreed to an immunity deal for anything that is discussed during the
That wasn't
recording.
even mentioned.
Well, see, this is where their counsel is ineffectual, and in fact, I might report them to the bar for ineffectual counsel. That probably wouldn't help relationships, but hey ho, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Got a job to do.
Okay, so I think in this meeting, you should first ask what deal has she been presented with, and then you can clear up any misunderstandings.
Yes.
Yeah, so hear from her first. Don't offer what it is. You need to see where the miscommunication is.
Well, I think I know where the miscommunication is, but I understand your point. As always, and I will listen, as always, because I appreciate you.
I thought the witness was Lucy.
What's that got to do with anything?
I was very shocked.
I cannot divulge any information on who is who.
I know you're a witness. That's why I said I'm going to tell him to come talk to you.
I cannot confirm nor deny the identity
You don't
of
have
a...
to. They already
Okay.
told me.
Okay. Do you know what I find very interesting, Kelly, over the last 2 weeks is, do you remember when my pager used to go off at the most inappropriate times?
Mm-hmm.
And it used to go off almost daily. It went off once in the last 2 weeks. And those pages are only used for when there's cell representation for defense attorneys. So that means once in the last 2 weeks has somebody requested a defense lawyer. I wonder why they're not asking for defense lawyers. Is it because they're not good, or
Or maybe less crime.
No, no, I see the reports that come through. There's definitely a lot of crime. It's very interesting. But anyway, right, I'm gonna go and do this paperwork that I need to do, and I will I will see you tonight at some stage.
It's Creamery Day.
Oh, I hate creamery days.
I just figured I'd give you that. I have to pop in just to make sure that there are no unanswered letters for the career fair, but I'm mostly gonna be down in Vespucci.
Well, you don't have a business license, so therefore you shouldn't.
Well, like you said, it's not outlined in my lease agreement. And the mayor said he doesn't want to stop business interactions, that's no fault of ours. So just, keep operate like discreetly. So I'm like, oh, so literally what I was doing. I was the only one doing it right. Okay.
Okay. I just don't like creamery days. I like seeing you around the place. It's nice to have something nice to look at.
Do you want me to get you a picture?
Not to just look at your picture. No, I want to see
No,
you
I'll
in the
get you like a
flesh.
picture of San Andreas. You want something nice to look at? My art?
You are nice to look at.
Yeah, and my
Picture.
art?
No, just you. I'm sure your art is nice to look at too, but not in the same way as you are.
No, me, physically. In my art. You go to a museum to look at art. You just like looking at me?
I mean, not just looking at you, but I do enjoy looking at you. If I could, what to do, in fact, if I could get a picture of you and a cassette tape of you speaking Spanish, and I will only use them on Sundays and Wednesdays.
Absolutely not.
Okay, worth a try. Guess I'll have to come to the creamery.
Why are you even working a full day? Like, you're injured. Why don't you go home?
Because I've got things to do. And my job is
So do
time
I.
precious.
And I'm gonna do my photo workshopping down at the creamery.
See, you can multitask. You told me that I couldn't work off location, so therefore I have to be here to do what I need to do.
No, you were intending to work off location for 5 weeks. 5 weeks of not walking here and working in some office in like Serial Killer County. No, don't do that.
I think an alternative office somewhere would be good.
Why?
Because Polito and Sandy deserve the same focus as Los Santos does.
You are aware I'm like never coming up there, right?
Okay.
Serial killers.
Okay. Well, even Rockford then. What if I got an office in Rockford?
Isn't this Rockford?
Well, up the mountains in Rockford where city limit ends. Could work at what's that, Galileo Observatory? I could work from there. That would be a nice place to work from. That's not in the city limits.
That's where I had my first date in the state.
Told you I didn't need details.
I didn't tell you with who.
Irrelevant, you told me details. Now I want to know who it was with. Who was it with?
He doesn't live here anymore.
Oh, that's a travesty. I'm so...
Travesty. You sound so upset and,
Oh,
concerning
it's...
about... Yeah.
Who are the flowers from?
I do hope I see you soon, although it might be tough since I'm writing you from back home. Just know I'm thinking about you and wishing you the best. Push comes to shove, I'll catch a first-class flight back to Los Santos to see you.
Pardon?
Oh, that's from my first date.
Not fair.
You said you weren't going to concern yourself with others. You were going to focus on being the best.
Well, I am the best. I know I am.
So what's the problem? I haven't
Right.
written him back. I haven't written my other date back.
Okay. Here's a question and this is the only question that I require. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from me, right now in your life, who else are you dating?
One other person.
Okay. How many dates have you been on with this person?
We're about to go on our first, and apparently it's like an amazing surprise. Alfredo was here, and he's just like, "What? You managed to pull that off?" He was
Okay,
like completely shocked.
okay.
I was like, "Ah, I love surprises." See, you asked. You asked.
Don't shout at me about weapons.
Oh my god, you asked. Okay,
See?
you cannot.
See how
You cannot
easy that
dislike the
is?
answer when you ask.
See, look. Next, I'll be talking about routes. Okay. Well, I did ask,
You did.
and I regret every second of it. But unfortunately, the date doesn't make the person. The person makes the date. So they could, I don't know, I don't know, what would be an amazing date? They could, they could scour the whole of the state looking for a lovely place to watch a sunset. They could set it all up, and that would be a fantastic date. What a great idea. Or, I mean, anybody can do anything that's like show offy, but everyone can plan things and think things through as well. Aesthetics are irrelevant when it comes to emotions. But you enjoy your amazing date. When is it?
Estás celoso.
Pardon. Get myself a Spanish dictionary.
¿Quieres the tempio en español?
Look, you're making me barking mad here, Kelly. You need to stop this.
Lo siento.
Lo siento. What does lo siento mean?
Sorry.
Oh, you don't need to apologize. Teach me something else to say that's, I don't know. Tell me something else.
Ah. ¿Te gusta?
¿Te gusta?
Thanks. ¿Te gusta?
What, te gusta? What did te gusta mean?
I like you.
Oh. Well, I do like you, so it wasn't a lie, so I'm glad you didn't make me lie to you. I like you a lot, Miss Lowry. You don't hide that very well.
Te gusta mucho.
Me gusta mucho. Okay, well, I'm gonna go up to my office. You enjoy your amazing date. Whenever that happens, I will be here waiting for you. For you to make the.
See, I've already told you more about the other person than they know about you.
It's because you don't seem to tell anybody about me because you're clearly embarrassed about me.
Oh my god, you will not believe it if I told you, okay?
I would not believe what if you told me what. Huh?
The other person I'm dating, I don't think you believe it. So,
I wouldn't believe it if you told me.
no.
Why? Is it somebody that I know?
Is it a very limited range of people?
That is a very limited range of people.
She's like, oh,
Is
I
it
don't
one
know
of
if
the
I said
7
too
people?
much.
Is it one of the 7 people that I know in Los Santos?
See,
It is.
I'm telling you way more than they know about you.
Okay, well, it's not
But
Mr. Roach.
no, I told Gigi that we're dating, and she said you and Hugh exactly alike.
How?
Jokes, spending hours to get a stuffed animal out of a machine.
We were
Similar
brought
first
up.
dates.
What, the picnic?
Yeah.
Not a chance did Hugh think of something like that.
I was
Did
just
he
like, oh my
actually?
god,
I'm
that's so
so-
cute.
I am so impressed by my brother. I've never thought he was capable of such a thing. What, like blanket and candles, the whole shebang?
I don't know if that was it, but I described our date, and she's like, aw. Like, he's the same way with the sentiments. I was just like, there's no way.
See? Sentimental's so much more important than big showy off things. Spending 14 and a half hours on a stuffed toy machine means more than big show off things.
Okay.
Like that with
so-
birthdays and Christmases. Like I could spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, but one gift that means more personally to you that may have only cost $5 is gonna hit home a heck of a lot more.
Well, that's not true because you spent how much money before you were finally able to get the red one? And
Can we not talk about that, please?
the sentiment
hands.
behind your note, like, is that null and void? Because the janitor stole half of it.
It didn't. Oh, so there was still $100 there.
No, just the note.
Oh, so he took the whole $200.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Well, I'm sorry that you couldn't buy yourself something new from Ponsonby's.
Yeah, me too.
Not exactly short of outfits though.
The mayor wants to have an event in the park, and I'm just like, oh my god, spring fling?
Spring fling.
Yeah. First day of spring, March. So I thought it would be so cute if people just, exchanged flowers. Like, you bring flowers to the person that you want to invite to this event.
Okay. Well, I'm finally gonna go up to my office now that I've put myself in a terrible mood thinking about your date.
See, one
Set myself-
second you say you don't care. Like, go on as many, your words, meaningless dates as you want to. You're not concerned. What happened to all that confidence?
I'm not concerned. I just feel it's a waste of time for everybody involved. It's a shame for the other person, really, when they're not going to be able to match up to me,
Wow,
Dan Hardman.
that's
Attorney
self-deprecating.
General.
It didn't even last like 10 seconds.
I didn't. Well, I didn't say anything. I didn't say what I usually say. I promise you, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, and I guess the day's not over yet.
I won't. I won't say it. I won't. You know, I'm good with words, Kelly. May not be very good with emotion. I'm good with words.
No, I think
But
you
yeah.
did fine on the beach.
What beach?
When we
With
were on
the
the
sand?
beach. Yeah.
Into my toes.
Yeah.
You think I did fine? Great, because that's exactly what I was looking for. Fine is exactly what I expect from a date.
Okay, so I don't know how to say, like, you did a great job of emotionally expressing yourself.
Okay. Well, as long as
Because
you
I
know where,
thought I did fine too. Because
as long as you know where my head's at.
I'm an Aquarius moon,
That's-
so, like, I
You
detach.
don't-
That's my comfort zone.
You know what now?
Oh, you're not just the one sign. Like, based on when you're born, the day, that is your sun sign, but you also have a moon sign. You have a Venus that tells, like, how you are in romantic relationships. You have an ascendant, how you appear to people when they first meet you. The chart can get super complicated. So I have a lot of air, but I've got like a little pebble. There's a piece of earth, and that's my ascendant. So when people first meet me, I appear like a Capricorn. So like my uncle.
Mm-hmm.
Just odd.
I don't know what. I don't know what any of what you've just said means.
Well, that's because you haven't sat down so that way I can even read you about the Sagittarius.
Oh, I'm waiting for this date that you're arranging for us. When's your big, amazing, fantastic, super fantastic date?
Why? Are you gonna spy on it?
Oh, no, I'm not. Ew. Just so I can not be around when it happens.
You
Because
won't
there's one thing being okay with it. There's another thing witnessing it.
You won't be around.
What do you know where I'll be?
I promise I'll get picked up from somewhere else. I've only been picked up from here one time for a date.
When was that?
And that was with Fiasco. And I had to pay the cab driver because he flew out of the state for a whole month with an IOU.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I picked you up from here. But thanks for forgetting.
No, you didn't pick me up. We left from here.
That's the don't be pedantic, Miss Lowry, that is the same thing.
Nuh-uh. He actually
Nuh-uh.
came all the way from Polito after crashing his car just to come here to get me so we can go all the way back up to Polito.
Actually. Your obsession with the lumberjack trade is something else.
What do you mean with lumberjacks? No.
You keep bringing up axes. That's their tool of choice.
Y más peroqueto.
Bruschetto.
Than you.
Bruschetto. Then you. Right. I am going to leave this time. You are very hard to walk away from, Kelly. I hope you know this. But
I know you've come back about 10 times.
If I don't see you before your big, amazing, super fantastic date, I wish them no luck whatsoever.
I knew I should have told you about this.
I mean, look, I just feel it's a waste of everyone's time, all right? The sooner you realize that I will make the best boyfriend you will ever have, the sooner we can move on to that stage in life.
When's my birthday?
When is your birthday?
Mm-hmm.
It's a fantastic question.
Isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
November 27th.
Well, that's not fair. That is not fair.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was just shouting a random date. Was that specific to you? Did I ever ask about that?
Well, you were speaking about star signs, and I know nothing about star signs. This is an unfair conversation.
Yeah, but naturally when someone asks you your birthday, you ask them theirs.
I have this somewhere. I've wrote this down because I've got a terrible memory.
Just like I remembered Gigi's birthday, and then she asked what was mine.
I
bought
have
her
this.
sundaes. You have?
I
Oh,
know
you have my
this.
birthday. I'd love to hear it. When's my birthday?
Give me 1 second. I write things down because I have a terrible memory.
Okay.
Oh, where's my locker?
He doesn't. If he goes through VODs, he is cheating. Because, I mean, you can kind of limit it a little bit because she's a Gemini. But that's nowhere near enough to get an exact date. Way too wide of a time frame. Well,
Mm-hmm. This, would you like to see it?
yeah. Wait, you wrote it down. Why can't you tell me?
Oh, I need that back because this is where I take notes. This is things that I try to remember about you so far. And I know I do dates back to front. Okay. I know it's the 13th of June, not the 6th of November. And it's your favourite drink, and it's that you love star signs, and it's your full name. These are the things that I need to remember, and it takes me time to remember these things.
So there's 13 months in the year now.
Well, I just wanted to make sure that you thought that I wasn't. Just need to know that I do dates back to front, so sometimes it's a little bit crazy. It looks like I think there's 27 months in the year, but there's not.
You spelled my middle name wrong. I fixed it.
I only put the start of it so I would remember Catherine. I didn't know how to spell it because I wouldn't ask how to spell your middle name.
All wise.
Okay. I've told you that my memory is not what it's meant to be. That's why I write things down. I try and remember
no middle
things.
name Hardman.
Yes, it was an
November
interesting.
27th. Rum. Aged.
See? Slowly but surely. I just take longer to remember things.
That's okay.
That's why.
As
why
long
I
as you
take
remember
notes.
them.
Well, I might not remember them, but I'm trying to remember them.
Yeah, my birthday's on a Friday this year. That's
Friday.
Friday. I said Friday.
I think mine's like I'm not sure.
No, it's my birthday's on the 13th and it's on a Friday.
Oh, well, that's lucky for you.
No, not looking forward to it. Nope.
You don't believe in things like that, do you? Hello?
I would say hello if I heard that.
Oh, what would you say?
Run? Find a phone?
I have a knife
Okay, he's got a machete.
or a gun.
Yep, because that worked in the movies.
Yes, well, I don't think. Do you know the interesting thing about horror movies is they never make the right decisions. I see them like when they're running away, they run upstairs. No, that's not a good thing to do. You run out the front door and you just keep running. And then they always seem to trip over the first branch that they see. Like, no, jump over the branch. Don't trip over the branch. Honestly, they're silly sausages, Kelly. These people that run away from killers.
I bet you're fun at movie theaters. Do you yell at the screen?
I get really annoyed, yes. I'm not a big horror movie fan, to be honest. Mainly because they're always super unrealistic.
My brothers are.
Like, the killers just always seem to come back alive. Like, shoot them in the head, directly in the head. Do not shoot them in the stomach because they don't seem to ever die.
That doesn't seem to work either.
Well, sometimes it should.
They're not human.
Some of them are.
Freddy definitely wasn't.
Oh, do you know what I realised last night, talking of things that I don't know about you? Do you know what I realised last night?
No.
That I have never had a requirement, nor have I had to, nor have I needed to, ever write you a letter and send you a letter.
We both agreed that we don't like doing that when we're sending 2 words.
Well, last night I would have sent you a letter that was much longer than 2 words, but I had to quickly jot down on a little tiny note instead of really telling you how I felt. And that would have been a letter worth sending, but I realised that I wouldn't have been able to do so because I had no idea what your PO was, and that made me sad.
Well, I offered so you can send me a letter, but you said you don't like sending letters.
It's not, no, I don't like meaningless letters. That letter wouldn't have been meaningless. So, let me get my bit of paper. Can I please have your PO, Kelly?
I mean, I guess it's only fair because I have yours. Ready?
Born ready.
Pretty Thing 396.
Pretty thing 396.
Yeah, they must have loved me at the post office.
I mean, I'm not sure that is the NATO approved, but it works. You are a pretty thing.
I was never in the military. I don't need to speak like that.
Yeah, it helps when I'm reading and speaking to deputies. They seem to love to talk about Alpha and Bravo and
Okay,
all
what's
the
mine
rest.
in that NATO speak?
What? PT
Yeah.
Papa Tango. It's not quite the
Ew.
same.
No, I don't want that.
No, I mean you don't really get a choice, but
Yeah, I do. Pretty Thing it is.
pretty thing is pretty thing you are. Okay, pretty thing. I'm gonna go and finally reply to the mayor, and do this discovery.
Okay. I'll be at the creamery.
Of course you will.
Wait, you're probably going to bed after this. Wait, did you just lock your... Oh.
No, I'm behind you. Locked myself in your office.
Well, I mean, you slept in there.
Well, I fell asleep waiting for you.
It's not my fault.
I know, I'm not saying it was your fault, I'm just explaining what happened.
Next time I'll leave a blanket in there, so when you want to take a nap, at least you don't have just the leather to keep you warm.
I would appreciate that, and thankfully there was a reflection as I walked out and somebody had drawn something very unflattering on my forehead.
What?
Yeah, someone drew something on my forehead.
What was it?
Well, I don't know, they never signed their name beside it.
No, what was on your forehead? Not who
I don't
was
know,
it?
I couldn't quite work out what it was meant to be.
You just washed it off and didn't question it?
So who am I possibly going to question at this time of day? Kelly, was it you?
No.
Well, there you go. My question is complete.
You slept on the couch. Like, anyone could have been in there between now and last night when we had, like,
Well, it's
all these employees running through here.
That is a locked door, so not anybody could have went in. Probably Athena based on recent events. She seems to hate me.
Well, that's why you should join us on, like, City Hall outings.
I
Like,
don't
the
think
other
I'd
day,
be-
we went around and we checked out, like, we checked out the new water equipment. We saw the new radio studio.
Just don't think I'd be welcome.
Well, if you keep excluding yourself, you never will be.
But not everybody's given me the opportunity, Kelly, like you have, in order to get to know me as me, not me as AG. Because those are very, 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 very different people.
Well, I mean, we all came on the metro.
That ended so well for everybody.
No, we expect that to happen. Like, even Dakota is very well aware of the City Hall curse. We know it's thick. And they know if, like, we ever come into Pillbox, you guys are out adventuring. Yeah, pretty much.
Right. I'm gonna go to my office. Finally. Okay?
And you're gonna attend more social events. You're gonna be
Okay.
social.
Mm-hmm. But before I go on, I would like a cuddle.
Because you genuinely want one, or because you struggle standing on your feet?
Bit of both.
Oh.
Okay, I'll speak to you later. I'll come down to the creamery to buy some ice cream.
Okay.
That's the only reason I'll come to the creamery, is just for ice cream, okay?